first lap. Right spins and the driver comes along Andy Serkin. Everybody, or some of the cars unable to avoid, or able to avoid, but Andy Serkin tried to spin it to miss that car and was unable to. So again, special thanks goes out to Bob Caldwell, Chrysler Plymouth, for that, actually Bob Caldwell Dodge, for donating the pace truck for this evening's events. No laps complete. The first Legends car event is underway. These are motorcycle engines. Actually, I think FJ 1100 motorcycle engines powering these cars. All right, we're ready to get back underway. Fred Davis and Ron Pierce on the racetrack. Oh, I'm sorry, on the front row. 8 laps to go. Everybody comes out of it, but now we got some 3 abreast action through turns 3 and 4. Fred Davis, your leader. Second in car number 12X is Ron Pierce. Apparently is second. No, I'm sorry, car 42. Ken Martin is second. Third 1K, that's Kosiski. Wally Kosiski from Cleveland runs third. Again, your leader is Fred Davis in car 6. Now Ken Martin looks to the outside of your leader. Meantime, moving up from back in the back, Rollin Johnson in 48. Johnson on the move. He is wild up into that third spot. Davis leads the parade. Now Rollin Johnson all the way from 9th starting spot up the challenge. Oh, tight battle over there in turns 3 and 4. 5 laps complete this time. Fred Davis still your leader. Rollin Johnson looks to the inside of Davis off of turn 2, but Davis pulls ahead on the backstretch. Ken Martin runs third in car 42. Johnson continues to pressure your leader. Again, 42. Challenging as well. They're lined up behind Fred Davis. Neither one of them able to make the move. White flag this time. Lap traffic ahead. Rollin Johnson shuffled to that outside groove. Oh, and we got contact. Kosiski in car 1. Off the pace on the backstretch, your winner will be Fred Davis. Second is Ken Martin. Third, Rollin Johnson. Fourth in car 16 is Gary Rager. So your first five finishers transfer out of that race. Finishing 5th in car 4, I believe, is Dave Christopher, unofficially your last transfer car. 1K, car 1K, Wally Kosiski is the car that got together with another car off that second turn there, got together with that lap car, and he is out of that car on the backstretch, so that's the good news. Wally Kosiski running up in that third or fourth position. Second level of power again already. We've called Brent Adams, Larry Yates, Joe Dallas, Ron McDaniel, Dewey Boggs, Lance Lafferty, and Joe Haycock. Next three winners of Snap-on prizes: Dale Zeiser from Petty's Automotive, Chris Beavers from FIDA Freightliner, and from Agrease Body Shop, Gene Agristi. I probably messed that name up. So you can all claim your prizes underneath on the second level of the tower. Here's your lineup for the second heat race in the Legends Car division. Again, top 5 finishers transfer. We've got Rusty Simmons and Odell Sarton on the front row. Then comes Darren Gam from Lucasville, Ohio, and Kelly Frost in 25. Third row, Eric Sarton from Kermit, West Virginia, and Vic DiGeronimo from Cleveland. Matt Zahler is next from Lucasville. Then comes Greg Boyd from Gratiot, Ohio. Ken Rice in 0, and David Ott in 73. Your lineup for the 8-lap second heat race for the Legends cars. Leading them down through turns 1 and 2 is car 12, Rusty Simmons, but now Odell Sarton from Kermit, West Virginia takes care of that. Sarton now up to Odell Sarton, your leader. To the inside for the second position. Oh, and we got a spin in turn 2. That's car number 12, Rusty Simmons. Simmons spins in 12. Again, Odell Sarton in 3, your leader from Kermit, West Virginia. Second place in 21 out of Lucasville is Darren Gam. In third spot, 24, is Odell's brother, Eric Sarton. Eric Sarton in car 24, your third place car. Okay, Odell Sarton holds down that top spot. His brother has moved around the 21 car and runs second. That's Eric Sarton. Up to third spot in 1, car number 1D. That's Vic DiGeronimo. And fifth, your final transfer car at this juncture is Ken Rice from Dayton, Ohio. Odell Sarton leads the parade. Receive the halfway cross flag signal from starter Jim Paul this time. Halfway. The Sarton brothers begin to draw away. Now Eric applying the pressure to brother Odell. Sarton draws in right on the back bumper of his brother as they traverse the backstretch. Still running third is Darren Gam. Fourth in car 1, Vic DiGeronimo. White flag this time for Odell Sarton. Eric Sarton continues to stalk in car 24. Your winner will be Odell Sarton from Kermit, West Virginia. Eric Sarton is second. Third again goes to Darren Gam. Coming home fourth is DiGeronimo. And your fifth and final transfer car, Kenny Rice. 7K from Indianapolis, Indiana. Tom Hall starts inside of row 2 in car 23 from Strongsville, Ohio. Then a local boy, Don Black, in car 00 from Columbus. Richard Wood is next in car 19. Then Buck Sloan in car 25 from Lima, Ohio. Then another local driver from Columbus, Ryan Chrysler in car 92, and Darrell Fuller in 28 from Massillon, Ohio. Tim Davis is next in car number 5 from Hilliard, Ohio. Then Jason Conrad and Brent Walters in 21X rounds out the field. 8 laps. And hello, how do you do to your leader down there in turn number 1? We had the car 23 of Tom Hall getting in the back of your leader down there in turn 1. Everybody comes out of it okay. Car 88, still your leader, Steve Paskin from Mentor, Ohio. He's getting the big pressure from 23 Tom Hall. Also Don Black up there thumping on the back bumper of Tom Hall, and we got a spin in turn 4. That is car 18, I believe, or 19, Richard Wood. I believe it is. 19, Richard Wood, the spun car. He takes off. And we're back. We're still racing, rather. Tom Hall still trying to move around your leader. Don Black is right there on his back bumper. We got lap traffic ahead. Don Black, he is on the boat. He's on the button. Now we got lap traffic down in turns 1 and 2. And we got a car spinning, everybody out of it okay. But caution on the Speedway as car 23 doesn't get moving again. Also, we got car 1 stalled down here. In turn number 4. Don Black collects the car number 1 down there in turn 4. He was stopped down there, Jason Conrad. Black unable to avoid Conrad's car. Now, as always, we want to give a call to our wrecker crew out here each and every Saturday night. C&M Towing, Fergie's 24-hour Towing, RJ Towing, all helping out, as is Renter's Towing and Do All Towing Services. Hall from Strongsville. 88 runs second, Steve Paskin. In third position, car number 7. Let's see, that driver is Ken Kroger from Indianapolis. Then your 4th place car 25, is driven by somebody. Buck Sloan in car 25. So everybody trying to make sure they get up in that top 5 positions to transfer to the feature. Getting together with Kroger down there in turn number 1 for that 4th spot. The battle heats up for the 5th and final transfer position to the outside. That's car number 20, Tim Davis. Your leader is still Tom Hall in 23. Second in 88. Steve Paskin. The battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. A tight one. Ken Kroger currently runs 3rd. But Tim Davis on the moving, car 20, trying to take over that 3rd spot. White flag this time. Again, 5 cars move in, so that battle for that 5th and final transfer spot is going to be a close one. Your winner will be Tom Hall. 2nd is Paskin. 3rd goes to Davis. 4th is Kroger, and 5th is Buck Sloan. Those are your top 5 qualifiers, your top 5 finishers. They'll move on to the feature events. So let's hear it for all the Legends Car competitors. Tom Hall, your winner. Hall hails from Strongsville, Ohio. Started in that 3rd position. Comes home with a win. Boot Scootin' Saloon, sponsor on that car. In car number 42, car 42, yep, it appears that car 42, Marvin Goins from Miamisburg, we don't see him on the Speedway. Jim Fisher in car 7 is next, then Pete Alexander in 5X. Pete Alexander in 5X, Bill Southworth in 76, and we've got Harvey Simon in 65 from Cambridge, Ohio, Mike Stacy in 6X out of Springfield. Then we got our lone female competitor in this division, Carrie Harshbarger in car 61, a female competitor from Milton, West Virginia. Tim Williams in number 5 and Brandon Smith in B1. Car 27, the unknown driver out there. We don't have a driver's name on that car. We do have a driver's name on your leader, 33. That is Mike Haynes. Mike Haynes in 33. And we got a spin, 5X. Pete Alexander. Pete Alexander in 5X. He is moving. Back at the front of the field, we still got car 33 out front, Mike Haynes. Another spun car, 76, Bill Southworth. This car, Bill Southworth's car, by the way, a couple weeks ago was crashed here at the Speedway by Daddy Wags. Backed her into the wall in practice. Your leader continues to be Mike Haynes in 33. Now Mike Stacy in car 6, putting the pressure on. Yellow flag. Yellow flag for the spun car, car 27, the unknown driver. .50-lap late model Duke and Dutchess 50-lap 50th anniversary racing series a little bit later. Setting in the field again, Mike Haynes in 33. Car 7 is Jim Fisher. Mike Stacy from Enon, Ohio, the same Mike Stacy that's run late models here. What a move by Fisher. Down there in the dirt, coming off that fourth turn to try to get underneath your leader Haynes, but he couldn't do it. Now Mike Stacy. Oh, and Haynes slides high in turn 4. Stacy takes over. Mike Stacy, your leader. Running second in car 7, that's Jim Fisher. Haynes is third in car 33. Then comes car number 1. That should be the Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith all the way from the tail of the start. Running 5th in car 5X should be Pete Alexander, I believe. No, I'm sorry, Tim Williams in 5. To go now, a half lap for Mike Stacy. Your winner, Mike Stacy. Second goes to Jim Fisher. Brandon Smith is third. Fourth, that's Mike Haynes. And fifth, Tim Davis. The female driver in car 61, Carrie Harshbarger, runs 6th. Again, Mike Stacy, your leader, your winner. action in the Legends Car division. They'll be running a last chance race a little bit. Turn 4 loses a little bit of ground to Strobel. Strobel, that car has been hooked up this season. You see the difference. The stock appearing cars, they also receive a weight break in the Limited Sportsman division as well. Strobel making that thing work. Strobel in that template body car leads lap number 1. The wedge car, if you will, of Don Gregory Jr. runs second. Kid is all over him like a cheap suit. Halfway signal this time. Kid now looks to the outside. He's looking to work in some of that rosin you see in that second groove. Trying to work that second groove in. He's trying to work on the outside of Don Gregory Jr. White flag for John Strobel. Gregory and Kidd get together up turn 2. Strobel leads off 4, and he'll win John Strobel. Second is Gregory. Third goes to Jimmy Kidd. And fourth, Buddy Townsend. His second Trophy Dash of 1996. He also won the Trophy Dash last Saturday night here for the Bob Evans Memorial Day Championship. Let's hear it. John Strobel, your winner. Strobel lists such supporters as Doyle Construction, Strobel Incorporated, Fast Racing Engines, Sutphen Towers, and DuPont Automotive Finishes. They're not quite as fast as the late models, but just a little bit quicker than the street stocks. They're heavier, longer cars, longer wheelbase cars than are the late models, and run on a Hoosier Comanche style tire, which is a treaded tire, and doesn't provide quite the traction that the late model slicks do, but do last a good bit longer and just last a little bit longer than the late model tires do. So that's the your Limited Sportsman division, and this is your first heat race in that class. They'll line up thusly. In car number 12 on the pole, that is Tracy Brigner alongside Bubby Scott in 7th. Second row, John Bruce in car 64. I'm sorry, that is not John Bruce. That is Jim Newman in 64. And 9, David Greeno. 66 is Paul Baker Jr. 71, Roger Scott. 06, Jeff Loudermilk. 17, Dave Ritchie. And on the tail, 24, Mike Denny. They're going to race for 8 laps. Your leader is Tracy Brigner. Bubby Scott holds on to second, but David Greeno from Circleville, Ohio is right there. One circuit complete. Scott now challenging Brigner. They'll go at it tooth and nail in turn 4. Now Brigner with a half car length advantage as they get off turn 2. Greeno still runs third. Dave Ritchie all the way from the tail up to challenge. Bubby Scott, gets wide on turn 4, but keeps her going in the right direction. Now we got Greeno giving Brigner a little bit of a push in turn 1. Greeno now second. A great race in the Limited Sportsman first heat event. And contact. Baker and Greeno with a little casual contact in turn 1. Tracy Brigner still your leader. Jeff Loudermilk sends into the infield. Oh, Brigner sideways. Greeno looks to the inside. Now we got Bubby Scott. Car 7, Scott spins in turn 3. Caution on the Speedway. Whoa, what a wild race. And Bubby Scott brings out the yellow flag. to the outside of David Greeno. Down the backstretch they go. Now Greeno looks to the inside of Brigner. Greeno swapping a little paint down there with Tracy Brigner. Now we got them 3 abreast down into turn number 3. White flag. Paul Baker Jr. Dave Ritchie Jr. runs second. Now Ritchie looks to the outside of Baker in turns 3 and 4. It will be close. Ritchie is sideways. Your winner will be Paul Baker Jr. Dave Ritchie is second. Mike Denny third. Fourth goes to David Greeno, and fifth is Tracy Brigner. Greeno worked Brigner over long enough until he got underneath him. And a couple other cars get underneath as well. Your leader, your winner again, Paul Baker Jr. Baker with his first heat race victory of 1996. Is next in 86, Mike from Columbus, and out of Sunbury, Ohio, car 10, the driver is Steve Scott. In row 3, car 5, another Columbus driver, it's Bob Gruball in car 5. Then we've got car 20, Mike Brown. 35, Jimmy Scholl, Jimmy Scholl in 35. 01, Jerry Buck, and 08, Randy Sward. Again, we want to make a comment about Randy and Kenny Sward. Their father passed away this morning, I believe, so we want to give our condolences to the Sward family. Jim Sward was here each and every Saturday night, just about. And we're racing already in the Limited Sportsman second heat race. Jimmy McCauley leads, but Mike Holland looks to the inside. Contact down there in turn 3. Everybody keeps going. McCauley shuffled back to third spot. Your leader is Mike Holland. Holland, the bar owner from Columbus, leads the parade off turn 4. Steve Scott still holds down the second position. Two laps in the books. There for third spot between McCauley and John Matthews. Matthews in the black and white 23 trying to make a move on Jimmy McCauley. Bob Gruball joins the fray in car 5. 5 laps complete this time. Gets shuffled back on the outside. Gruball up to 4th spot. He'll look to the outside of McCauley off turn 4. Still 10 car lengths separate your leader from Steve Scott, the runner-up. The white flag from Jim Paul this lap. Off turn 4, he'll win his first heat race of 1996. Steve Scott is second. Bob Gruball third. Fourth, a close race. We'll have to wait for the official scoring on 4th and 5th. Jimmy McCauley finishes 4th, and in 5th spot, 23, John Matthews. No doubt about your winner. It's Mike Holland.
Hey, Mike. Buck good going back.
Holland's car. completely tubular frame creations that house 358, for the most part, 358 cubic inch engines, either Chevrolet or Ford for the most part. The inversion draw that just occurred here in just a minute or two, the inversion draw to determine the number of cars inverted in the feature event. In the meantime, we'll give you the lineup. Your fastest 4 NASCAR Winston Racing Series late model qualifiers. Starting first in car 25, fourth quick qualifier tonight. Car 25, Gary Carter. Gary Carter in 25. Alongside in car 94, the Big Bird, the Architect Glass Sam's Equipment rental entry of Robbie Dean. Robbie Dean in the Ford, car 94. The second row will find second quick qualifier, Donnie Renner in car 92, and on the tail, fast qualifier for the second week in a row. He finished second in the limited sportsman point standings last year here at the Speedway. Jerry Jones, your fast qualifier again tonight. Again, your fastest 4 late model qualifiers. White flag, they'll be underway the next time around. Dina Balut, you have a message at the Speedway office, please. Dina Balut. Gary Carter, Robbie Dean, Donnie Renner, and Jerry Jones.
I told them, maybe I didn't tell you.
They'll haul off into turn number 1. Robbie Dean now with a half a car length advantage over Gary Carter on the backstretch. That Ford motor pulls away on the back straightaway. Dean will lead lap number 1. Jerry Jones and Donnie Renner slugging it out for a third spot. Meantime, Carter sits in second. The halfway signal for the Big Bird this time. Dean won the Trophy Dash last Saturday. He's looking to do it again. Give him 6 car lengths through turns 3 and 4. A white flag for Robbie Dean. Renner off the pace in 92. Jones pulls around. But your winner will be Robbie Dean in car 94. Gary Carter is second. Third goes to Jones. And coming home fourth, Donnie Renner. His second Trophy Dash win in a row. Second of the 1996 racing season. Driving that Ford, sponsored by Sam's Equipment Rental, Cornet Racing Engines, Architect Glass, Robbie Dean. A to Z Painting and Snap-on Tools, also sponsoring Robbie Dean's car 94. Here is your lineup for the first late model heat race.
Let me put me on the field. Put me on the field so we can. Tell him to get his ass over there.
All right, here's your lineup. Starting first in car 58. By the way, we're going to be throwing out some Snap-on Tool Frisbees here. So we'll be tossing out some Frisbees here in just a minute. You need to do it quickly, guys. Quickly. We don't want to do it while the races are running. So here we go, your lineup. Car 58, Ken White, starts first alongside in 4.
Scott.
Alongside in car number 4, Fred Reichert. The second row, car 17, Bob Cumbo. And 28, Gary Brenner. Then comes number 1, Terry Humphrey. 26 is Bill Cantley. And on the tail, car 33 is Dean Fusco. Okay, so thanks again to all the Snap-on tool dealers out here tonight, tossing out those Frisbees. These guys doing a bang-up job here this evening. Ken White and Fred Reichert lead the parade. 10 laps for the late model first heat race. Reichert pulls ahead on a backstretch. Ken White is second, but now Gary Brenner moves around White for the runner-up spot. Reichert will give him 3 car lengths. Down the backstretch they go. Brenner from Hebron, Ohio, runs second. Now Bill Cantley up to third. Bob Cumbo now looking to the outside of Ken White. Cumbo is fourth in car 17. 3 laps this time. Brenner now all over Reichert. Down the backstretch they go. Cantley up to third. He begins to draw in on your lead duo. Terry Humphrey now runs fourth in car number 1. The halfway signal this time for Fred Reichert. Cantley now looks to the inside of Gary Brenner. They'll go at it down through turns 3 and 4. The battle of the front finds Reichert leading Brenner, Cantley, Humphrey. Now they're lined up 2 by 2 with Brenner on the outside of Fred Reichert. And Brenner takes over his first appearance of 1996. He leads this race. Humphrey up to second. Reichert falls back to third. White flag for Gary Brenner. The battle for third now is Reichert and Cantley. Your winner will be Gary Brenner. Terry Humphrey is second. We'll have to wait for official scoring for third spot.
That's correct.
Fred Reichert finishes third. Fourth was Bill Cantley. And fifth, Bob Cumbo. So his first appearance of 1996, and he makes it a good one. Winning his heat race, Gary Brenner. Car sponsored by Jegs High Performance. For the second late model heat race, Skip Thornton in car 86 alongside Mike Simpson in 16. Row 2 is Donnie Zero Hill, the guy that's up for that budget car sales challenge tonight, and alongside 45 John Strobel. Bobby Bocook in 2. 99 is Jim Cruz. In 21 John Vallow. 10 laps for the second late model heat race. Mike Simpson makes quick work of Skip Thornton down into turn 1. He takes control. Thornton runs second. The battle for third, a heated one between Zero Hill and John Strobel. It's still Mike Simpson. They'll complete lap number 2 this time. look to the outside of Bobby Bocook. Oh, Hill sideways off turn 2. Strobel takes advantage, pulls alongside. Strobel and Hill still battle for the third position halfway. John Strobel has used that outside groove masterfully in the sportsman division the last couple weeks. Now he's trying to work it in his late model. And he almost got bit. Strobel almost into the front stretch wall. Simpson, still your leader. Holding down the second spot continues to be Skip Thornton. Now Hill looks to the outside of your runner-up, Thornton. Strobel with a half spin in turn 2, but he's down in the infield out of harm's way. White flag. Zero Hill in that budget car sales Monte Carlo goes to work on Thornton on the backstretch. Simpson continues to lead. The race for second will be close. Your winner, Mike Simpson. Second is Skip Thornton. Third, Zero Hill. Fourth goes to Bobby Bocook and John Vallow, your fifth place car. Is Mike Simpson, the car sponsored by Larry Simpson Trucking, Fast Racing Engines. And so congratulations to Mike. Second row in this Legends Last Chance race, car 28. Daryl Fuller. And 61, Carrie Harshberger. She's our female competitor here tonight. In row 3, car number 12, Rusty Simmons. And alongside in 21, that should be, no, that's not Darren Gam. Let's see, 21. Unknown soldier. Now we'll have to check on a driver's name on 21. At any rate, then we've got 76, Bill Southworth, I believe it is. 1K is Wally Kosiski. 25. Car number, by the way, this is a 10-lap race. Let's see, car 25 is next. That is Kelly Frost, I believe. Then 19 is Ryan. Nope, 19 is not. 19 is Richard Wood. Richard Wood in 19. Car 65 in this event is driven by Harvey Simon. Car number 3. Car number 3, Andy Serkin. Could that be right? Serkin had some heavy damage in that event. That must not be right. Car 3, it must be a different number 3.
You left the clutch up when you got to the ground.
Who else do we have here? Car 73, the driver's name.
On the racetrack.
Okay, 10 laps. The top 4 finishers move into the feature event. car 32, Larry Young out front. We got a spin in turn 2. He is up and going again. And now we got, and we got one upside down on the backstretch. We didn't catch the driver, the car number on that car. It's a black car. We'll have to check and see what the car number is on that car. Red flag.
Okay.
They're rolling that car over to Z1, Matt Zahler, I believe the driver's name. And he is okay, so let's hear it. Again, I believe the driver's name in car Z1, Matt Zahler. Nine laps remain.
Did you turn the light out back
there? Again, your transfer car, Brent Walters in 21. Bill Southworth putting the pressure on in 76. Larry Young leads the parade. Second is Darrell Fuller. Bill Southworth falls back to 6th spot. The battle for the lead is Larry Young and Darrell Fuller. Running third, car 12, Rusty Simmons. Fourth in 21 is Brent Walters. And we got a spin. He is off the speedway. You know what number that is? Fifth. Up to fifth in ZR1, or his car ZR1, Steve Dorsham. Steve Dorsham runs fifth in ZR1. He's about to go after Brent Walters down in turn 3. Meantime, the battle for the lead, a heated one. Larry Young still holds that spot, but Darrell Fuller wants it in a bad way. Your leaders are off of turn 4. 2 laps to go. Here's your battle for the 4th and 5th spot. As car 12, Rusty Simmons is all by himself in 3rd. White flag this time. Your winner will be Larry Young. Second goes to Darrell Fuller. Third in car 12, Rusty Simmons. 4th spot, 21, Brent Walters. And in 5th, Steve Dorsham. So those are those first 4 finishers. Car Legends car feature.
Yes, sir. You ready? 32Y. 28.
For Street Stock Trophy Dash. Your fastest 4 qualifiers in the Street Stock division, your Street Stock Trophy Dash. Dave Dysinger in 27, alongside in 26. That is Scott Stevens. In the second row, 93 is Jamie Hunt. In car number 6, is Bill Wellman, your fast qualifier this evening. 4 cars, 4 laps, the Street Stock Trophy Dash.
Hey, Scotty.
Dysinger, your leader down the backstretch. They go. Second is Scott Stevens. Jamie Hunt is third. Dysinger looking for his second Trophy Dash win of 1996. Stevens trying to change that. Jamie Hunt looks to the outside of Stevens now. He's sideways. Hunt sideways off turn 2, loses second. Make that third position to Bill Wellman. The white flag this time for Dysinger. They run single file down the backstretch through turns 3 and 4. And the winner, Dave Dysinger. Scott Stevens comes home second. Third, Bill Wellman. And fourth, Jamie Hunt. Your winner, Dave Dysinger. David's car owned by Dave McCarthy. Sponsored by Eston. Will start on the front row in car number 2, along with Scott Barney in 84. Then comes Sandy Butcher in 58 and Larry McCarg in 13. Next row, that's Rick Curtin in 14. Car 3, Kevin Lococo. Number 10 is Russ Harper. 51, Lonnie Spires. And starting out back, Dave McConaughey.
My question was, and number 23 is Tom Hall, and number 6 X is Mike Stacy.
We want to thank you for coming out, folks, here on Snap-on Tools Night at the Races. We also want to give a special call to Duke Oil, the Duke and Duchess shop down on the corner of Williams Road and Alum Creek Drive. Stop down 8 laps. The Street Stock first heat race. J.R. Groves in car number 2 leads him off turn 4. Scott Barney got the pedal to the metal out there in that second groove. He'll take control early. Groves runs second. We see Lococo threading his way through the field, as is Rick Curtin. Curtin pressuring J.R. Groves off the 4th turn for the second spot. Now Sandy Butcher moves up to second in car 58. Rick Curtin runs third. Lococo up to 4th. Your leader is Scott Barney. Barney, a rookie driver here in 1996, leads this heat race. Halfway down the backstretch of lap number 3, and it's still Scott Barney, Sandy Butcher, Rick Curtin.
55, maybe throwing water.
Bobby Walker, a late entrant, we're told, leaking fluid on the speedway, so he's been disqualified.
Yeah, Mike, make sure you send somebody back to Kelly.
Kevin Lococo hard into the front stretch wall.
Now, God dang it, you guys, use your head.
He just lost.
Yeah, pump that baby now.
See Lococo crawling out. He is okay. He's taking the steering wheel off. And let's hear it for Kevin Lococo. That car about a foot shorter than it was when it came off the trailer.
Lost control and
Yeah.
What the Sword brothers have meant to the Speedway, pitch in. So So that'll be going on at intermission. Scott Varney picks up the pace. He'll lead Sandy Butcher off turn 4. We're back underway. 3 laps complete in this heat race. Scott Varney, a rookie driver in the street stock division. Sandy Butcher runs second. Rick Curtin looking to the inside of Butcher off turn 4. Now Rick Curtin trying to get a nose under Butcher for the runner-up spot.
Somebody, I'm curious to see who all took us up on our extra tire.
Barney from Westerville, Ohio. And now we got Russ Harper spinning into the infield. And it's still Scott Varney, Sandy Butcher, Rick Curtin.
55, maybe throwing water.
Walker, a late entrant, we're told, leaking fluid on the speedway, so he's been disqualified.
Mike, make sure you send somebody back to Kelly.
And Kevin Lococo hard into the front stretch wall.
Now, God dang it, you guys, use your head.
He just lost it.
Up that baby now.
See Lococo crawling out. He is okay. He's taking the steering wheel off. And let's hear it for Kevin Lococo. That car about a foot shorter than it was when it came off the trailer.
He just lost control and
Yeah.
What the Sword brothers have meant to the speedway. Pitch in. So that'll be going on at intermission. Scott Varney picks up the pace. He'll lead Sandy Butcher off turn 4. We're back underway. 3 laps complete in this heat race. Scott Varney, a rookie driver in the street stock division. Sandy Butcher runs second. Rick Curtin looking to the inside of Butcher off turn 4. Curtin trying to get a nose under Butcher for the runner-up spot.
Have Gary or somebody, I'm curious to see who all took us up on our extra tire.
Barney from Westerville, Ohio. And now we got Russ Harper spinning into the infield. White flag this time for Scott Varney, the rookie driver. The rookie driver from Westerville, Ohio, gets a white flag. Rick Curtin from Cincinnati runs second.
We're going to change the rule tonight. We're going to get a second tire unless they want. And you make sure you got, well, he says I always take 80 tires.
The winner, Scott Varney. Rick Curtin second, third, Sandy Butcher fourth, Lonnie Spires, and J.R. Groves comes home fifth.
How many left sides we give on?
So his first career heat race victory. Everybody, let's give him a standing ovation. Car number 84, everybody on your feet. Scott Varney. Only his third event here at Columbus Motor Speedway.
So Brent, Jimmy Cruz wasn't here last night. He only got one.
Car sponsored by GLV Excavating and Yipe Stripes. We've got 2 more street. 97, Mark Life starts first. Alongside of him in 31 will be Jim Hersey. Hersey in 31. Second row, 34 is Gary Lamer, and 07, John Morgan. In row 3, 36, Jimmy Romans, and 70, Heavy Hill. Then comes 99, Joe DeGregory. And on the tail, 65, George Lindsay. And we see Danny Brown back here, cart 21. He'll start out back. 8 laps to go. Hersey sideways off the 4th turn. Green flag is out. And we got a false start. Yellow flag, false start.
OH5.
Mark Life, your leader in car 97. Jim Hersey now second. Third is Gary Lamer. Jimmy Romans maintains the 4th spot. Heavy Hill is 5th. They'll finish lap number 2 this time.
I don't believe it's ever started once in the ball.
The battle heats up for 5th spot. George Lindsay and Heavy Hill going at it. Jim Hersey pressuring your leader down the backstretch. A battle for 3rd, a good one, as Lamer, Romans, and Lindsay slugging it out for the 3rd spot. White flag this time. Romans up to 3rd. Hersey pressuring your leader down the backstretch. Your winner, Mark Life. Second is Jim Hersey. Romans is 3rd. 4th, I believe, was 34 Gary Lamer, and 5th George Lindsay. Yes, Gary Lamer was 4th, and 5th George Lindsay. Your winner, his 4th heat race win in a row, Mark Life. Snap-on drivers to your trucks. Snap-on drivers. Level of the tower, the middle level of the tower, to claim your prizes. All courtesy of Snap-on Tools. All right, here we go with the lineup for the 3rd and final street stock heat race. Rob Martin in 24, 46 Carl Katz, 52 is Tom Bond. Then comes 18 on the outside of Bond, that's Bo Davis. Randy Tharp in 47, his car owner with a birthday. Alongside of him, Bubba Parsons. Then comes Don Holland in 9, Mark Freibot in 29, and Don Townsend Jr. out back.
Buttermilk truck.
8 laps for the 3rd street stock heat race.
Yes.
advantage. That's Rob Martin in car 24. Carl Katz trying to hang on in that second groove. Tom Bond right there in car 52. Lap 2 complete this time. Don Townsend Jr. calls in an event. He's off the track on the backstretch. Carl Katz has not given up in that outside groove, trying to work it to his advantage on the outside of Rob Martin. Now Katz way up in the gray stuff off turn 4. Whoa! Randy Tharp and Bo Davis with evasive action. Everybody comes out of it okay. Tharp up to third spot. Bond now runs second. Whoa, now we got Rob Martin sideways off the second turn. Tom Bond, he'll go upstairs on Martin through turns 3 and 4. The white flag this time, the lead duo, a tight one. Martin with a bit of an advantage. And your winner will be Rob Martin. Whoa! Tom Bond spins.
Good save. Do me a favor. Explain to Robbie by being like a maniac coming off that last corner and getting sideways.
Tom Bond and Bo Davis with incidental contact, we hope. It doesn't look too severe down there in turn number 1. We'll have to wait on official scoring for the top 5. No doubt about your winner. It was Rob Martin. And the Winston scoreboard is correct. The finish, Rob Martin, your winner. Tom Bond second. Third place finisher was Randy Tharp. Then came Bo Davis. And in fifth spot, Carl Katz.
So I think that's pretty much what I want.
Here's your lineup for the Legends Star feature. On the pole, Fred Davis in 6. Outside in 3, that's Odell Sarton. The second row, 23 Tom Hall. 6X Mike Stacy. Then comes 42 Ken Martin. And 24 Eric Sarton. Next, we've got Steve Paskin and Jim Fisher. In the next row, Roland Johnson in 48, 21 Darren Gam. Tim Davis is in 20, B1 Brandon Smith. Gary Rager in 16, 1D Vic DiGeronimo. Ken Kroger in 7K, and Mike Haynes in 33. Dave Christopher runs in 4, and Ken Rice in 0. Bruce Sloan in 25, Tim Williams in 5. Larry Young in 32, and Darrell Fuller in 28. 12 is Rusty Simmons, and 21, Brent Walters. 25 laps for the Legends Car feature. Fred Davis and Odell Sarton lead them around. Odell Sarton with the advantage. Now Fred Davis back on the backstretch. Your leader of lap number 1. Running second, Odell Sarton. Third is Mike Nacy. Fourth in car 42. The driver is Ken Martin. Now 2 laps are down. Their lead trio remains the same. outside lane. Moving up to second in car 42 is Kenny Martin. Third now is Eric Sargent, and we got caution. Yellow flag. Team Gary Ring. 4 laps are down. 4 laps are down in this 25 lap event. He benefited from that caution flag. And Davis benefited from that caution flag as he had fallen to second spot. But when the caution came out, we reverted back. So Davis, your leader. Second now in car 42. Martin. Harry Sargent up to third spot. Oh, last car. They split the car. Kenny Martin is your new leader. The last car, 21.
He was told to go to the bottom.
Mike Stacy back to the front. Stacy now out front. Kenny Martin second. Fred Davis and Eric Sargent go at it for third spot. Odell Sargent runs fifth. Then comes Roland Johnson at 48. Now complete lap number 12 this time. I'm sorry, lap 10 this time. From Springfield, Ohio. Car 2. That's Kenny Martin. Fred Davis is third. Sargent, Eric Sargent, and Roland Johnson. In that order. Up to the sixth position in car 16 is Gary Rager. Halfway through this 2025 event, halfway. Leader down the front stretch, Mike Casey. They come. Mike Stacy, Martin, last traffic ahead. Should get interesting. Third spot. The blue number 6, Fred Davis. Adele Sargent runs fourth. Fifth, Gary Sargent. Mike Stacy squeezes inside. books. We'll see if Mike can hold off Kenny for the ensuing sevens. Go at it for 4 and 5. Eric in 24, Odell in 3. Five laps to go this time. Looking for a way around Freddy. Nate drifts high, 3 and 4. Now Odell starting to the inside for third spot. Eric Start follows his brother through. Eric Start now up to fourth. Your leader is still Mike Stacy. The fourth turn, Stacy still leads Kenny Martin. A white flag this time. Black traffic ahead for your lead duo. Stacy with Kenny Martin in tow. They around the lap cars on the backstretch. For a way around, but from Springfield, Ohio, your winner is Mike Stacy. Second goes to Kenny Martin. Third, Odell Sarton. Fourth is Eric Sarton. And fifth, unofficially, is Star 16, but I will have to wait on the official scoring for the top 10 rundown. So let's hear it. A pretty darn good race for all the Legend Stars. Everybody, let's hear it for Mike Stacy, your winner. With their winner.
It's kind of neat, Jeff. We can stand behind the car and they can still see us. Mike, we're usually used to talking you driving a late model. Yep. How'd you get in this thing?
An old friend of mine, Sean Lawson, and stuff. We've been friends for years and stuff. And he just said, "Well, I'm gonna buy a Legend car. Are you interested in driving?" I said, "Sure. We'll give it a try."
What about the late model stuff?
We got to get a motor back together, and we should be out full force.
Alrighty. Are these things as fun to drive as they look?
Oh, they're a ball to drive. I recommend them to anybody to get in, get field racing, or for professionals for that matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, you remember from late models, this thing of Legends. How about another applause to our feature winner, Mike Stacy.
So that from Bob Neubauer with your winner. Okay, here's your lineup for the limited sportsman feature events. 30 laps. Mike Brown in car 20 and 01 Jerry Buck. The second row, Randy Swart in 08 and 86 Mike Holland. In row 3, car 10, Steve Scott in car number 5, Bob Grubal. Car 45, John Strobel, and alongside of him in row 4, Buddy Townsend in 76. Car number 2 is Don Gregory Jr., and outside of him in 25, Jimmy Kidd. Then comes 35, Jimmy Shaw, and 06, Jeff Loudermilk. 27 is Jimmy McCulley. 66, Paul Baker Jr. Dave Ritchie Jr. starts inside the next row in 17. And along with car 9, David Greeno. 4 is driven by Mike Denny. And then comes 7, Bubby Scott. 64, Jim Newman. 12, Tracy Brigner. And car 71, Roger Scott. Okay, the Bob Caldwell Dodge Pace truck pulls off the racetrack on the backstretch. We're ready to do battle. 30 laps for the limited sportsman feature event on Snap-on Tools. Night at the races also. Special thanks to Subway and as well K95.5 FM.
Speedway off.
Thank you. Thank you. Mike Brown and Jerry Buck. A tight battle for the lead. Over. Buck trying to squeeze into that inside lane, but Randy Sword was there. Mike Brown continues to lead, 2 laps down. See John Strobel and Mike Holland going at it, swapping a little paint back there in the back. Mike Denny is out in car 24. Roger Scott, the lap car ahead. Cars stream around the lap car of Roger Scott. He is off on the backstretch. Mike Brown, Randy Swartz, Steve Scott, Jerry Buck, your top 4 cars. Complete. Sword putting a heavy pressure on Mike Brown for the lead. Randy Sword to the inside of Mike Brown. They can't make the pass. Don Gregory Jr. up to 4th spot. He's on the move, as is Jimmy Kidd in car 25. And now Randy Sword moves underneath your leader. Sword go at it through turns 1 and 2, but Randy Sword takes control. Caution. We see John Matthews in 23 in trouble. I didn't see the beginning of that as it unfolded. I saw that.
And 86. And 23's ahead of Sean. 45 and 86, right there.
8 laps are complete, 8 down. Don Gregory Jr. 4th, and in 5th spot, Jimmy Kidd get up from 10th starting position to 5th spot at this point. Start. The yellow was on before the spin over there in turn 3. There's some concern about Jimmy Kidd's car 25 possibly leaking some fluid, so we're going to take a look at that car. In this 30-lap feature event. John Strobel trying to make a move on the outside of Mike Holland. Back there in the back. Strobel in an outside lane going after Buddy Townsend now. Townsend putting a fender on Jerry Buck. Here comes Gregory in car number 2. Gregory trying to work around Steve Scott for the 3rd spot position. Here comes Gregory on the outside now of Randy Sword. Mike Brown. And your new leader from 9th starting spot, Don Gregory Jr. Halfway to cross flags, halfway this time. Strobel spins down in turn 1. They say he's okay. Gregory jumps out to a big lead. Several laps down. They'll complete lap 16 this time. The battle for 3rd spot, Steve Scott and Randy Sword. Up in turn 2, but keeps her going. Now Jimmy Kidd is out. It's car 25. Car 2, 20 Mike Brown. Steve Scott, Randy Sword go at it for 3rd. 4th in car 01. I'm sorry, 5th in 01 is Jerry Buck. 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go this time. 9 laps. figure out a way around Mike Brown. Now Steve Scott tries to muscle inside of Mike Brown, and he spins. Caution on the Speedway.
Tires is correct.
0.5 night at the races. And that K95 racer.
He's going to tail, guys. I just want to tell you.
Randy Sword up to 4th spot now is Jerry Buck, and 5th now, Mike Holland. Mike Brown for 2nd spot. And Randy Sword now runs 2nd. Mike Brown back to 3rd. Jerry Buck is 4th. Mike Holland 5th. In 6th spot, that's Bob Gruball. 5 laps to go. His move. Gruball goes around Mike Holland. Now Bob Gruball trying to work around Jerry Buck for the 4th spot. White flag this time. And caution. Caution out. And Jimmy Shaw in car 35 brings out the caution flag. This time for Don Gregory Jr. There's Randy Sword right on his back bumper. And your winner here on Snap-on Tools Night at the Races, Don Gregory Jr. Randy Sword is 2nd. 3rd goes to Mike Brown. 4th is Jerry Buck. Top 10 rundown as soon as Fox Bonding, XL Temporary Services, Fun Trail Vans, Drive Line 1, St. Amant Motorsports, and All City Auto Wrecking. With the winner.
And Don getting out of the car, getting all the equipment off, and as he gets some congratulations from crew. Don, I asked you earlier, that car was absolutely hooked up in a 2nd groove. You were able to get around those guys, looked like with a pretty good ease.
Yeah, the car really worked good tonight. We made a few changes on it this week, and it's really starting to come around now. I hope there's a lot more to come. I want to dedicate this one to Jim Sword, Randy and Kenny's dad. Sorry to hear about that. And also, you know, I'm sorry what happened to Jimmy Kidd. I'd just soon race him as, you know, him have bad luck. So hopefully he'll be back at it next week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause? Your feature winner, Don Gregory Jr. and
of his sons here at the Speedway. A moment of silence for Jim Sword, please. R.I.P. Jim Sword. Here we go. Let's go racing. The 50 lap late model feature on the pole in 16. That's Mike Simpson alongside in 0 Donnie Zero Hill. The second row in car 45, John Strobel, and alongside of him in 2, Bobby Bocook. Row 3 consists of car 99, Jim Cruz. In car 21, John Vallow. Vallow starts 6th. In 7th starting position, the car 25 of Gary Carter. And with him in that row, 94, the Big Bird, Robbie Dean. Second quick time for Donnie Renner. He starts next on the inside of row 5 and outside. Jerry Jones in 13. Jones, by the way, will be going after that, what I believe is $800 Riverside Fast Time Challenge. If he wins tonight after setting fast time, he's up for an $800 bonus. Jerry Jones in 13. Next up in car 86 is Skip Thornton, and car number 1, Terry Humphrey. In 26, Bill Cantley. And then comes 28, Gary Brenner. 17 is Bob Cumbo. And alongside of him, 33 is Dean Fusco. Then we've got 4, Fred Reichert. John Toth in 64. Burgess White in 59. And 58 is Kenny White. Riverside Auto Parts Fast Time Challenge. The Bob Caldwell pace truck pulls off the track on the backstretch. We're ready to do battle. 50 laps, the Winston Duke Oil 50th Anniversary Racing Series. Event number 2, 50 laps. Spot for Zero Hill. He leads the parade. Mike Simpson runs second. Third now is John Strobel. Two laps now complete. Fourth spot, Bobby Bocook. But now John Vallow moves into 4th in car 21. Pass Strobel for 3rd spot. And Bobby Bocook hard into the turn 2 wall. Caution on the Speedway.
Man, I'll tell you, that thing made a hard right hand.
Track crew out to check the condition of Bobby Bocook. He made a right turn. Quickly to the outside of Strobel, as is Dean. Dean tries to move around Jim Cruz. That outside groove working tonight. Here comes Vallow on the outside of Simpson. Second. Now John Vallow from Miamisburg putting the pressure on your leader. Zero Hill trying to fend him off. Hill and Vallow through turns 3 and 4, side by side. Simpson still runs third. Strobel is fourth. Hill has not given up yet, but now Vallow pulls ahead. Zero Hill, Mike Simpson, John Strobel, Robbie Dean. Robbie Dean moves up to 4th spot. To pull away. Black car of John Toth is up in front. John Strobel gets some heat from Jim Cruz for the 4th position, make that 5th position. Take over 3rd spot. Dean is 3rd. Robbie Dean runs 3rd. It's still John Vallow out front. Down, 20 complete. Vallow, Hill, Dean, Simpson, and Cruz, your top 5. Caution on the Speedway. Skip Thornton in car 86 brings out the caution flag. So Dean has pretty much stabilized. So we'll see if Robbie Dean's got anything left in that Ford. Of course, Zero Hill's right there as well. Probably saving tires with that template body car. Pressure on Zero Hill. Vallow still leads. Halfway this time, 25 down, 25 to go. got Gary Carter and Terry Humphrey together. Being unable to get around Hill so far, he still challenges the runner-up. John Barlow, your leader around the lap car, Dean Fusco. Kenny White out in car 58. John Barlow started 6th. He's having it his way in car 21. Thank you. Thank you. Down this time, 15 to go. Simpson going at it for 4th spot. Renner and Simpson side by side for 4th spot. Outside of 0, Hill for 3rd, but Hill fends him off. engine goes up in smoke. Oiled all the way down the backstretch. His car is damaged. He is headed.
It could mean anything, and you got a couple guys out here, that 0 car, that 94, that are right on his bumper now on a restart. Hey Jeff, we got 4 guys and it's even.
Well, it should be an interesting 5 laps. Again, the laps remain. Immediately to the outside of 0 Hill. The complexion of the race changes big time as Vallow is out. Now Hill, your leader. That outside groove on Donnie, 0 Hill the whole race. Now 3 laps to go. Dean now pulls alongside with a half car length advantage off turn 4. It'll be close this time. 2 laps now remain. 2 laps to go. And a Big Bird trying to inch ahead on the backstretch. Your new leader. White flag. Here comes Donnie Renner. With his first win this season, Robbie Dean. Second is 0 Hill. Third, Donnie Renner. Fourth, Mike Simpson. And 5th place, Bill Cantley. So your Winston scoreboard is correct. Your top 5, Robbie Dean, 0 Hill, Donnie Renner, Mike Simpson, and Bill Cantley. I guess they say it doesn't count how, it counts how many. And Robbie Dean takes home the checkered flag. Car sponsored by Sam's Equipment Rental, Architect Glass, Cornette Racing Engines.
Well, winner of leg 2 of our 50th anniversary year comes out of the car, the Big Bird, crawling out slowly, Robbie Dean. And we'll get in here.
Yeah.
Get a hat on him.
Yeah, but I'm at the restart. I'm going restarts, but that's it.
Robbie, I talked to you earlier and I watched the car from sitting out here in the infield. The car wasn't going exactly like you wanted, was it?
Nah, it really wasn't, but it's a new car. It's the 3rd time. This Sam's Equipment Architect Ford Probe, man, it's got so much motor. We get it hooked up, we'll go. I feel bad for John getting in that wreck, but he had it covered. But when I had a chance there at the end, Zero gave me a hard time all night. Cooled the tires down. I couldn't turn it. I just let the motor do the rest. Sam's Equipment, gave me a hell of a car. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, our feature winner, Robbie Dean.
Okay, here's your straight stock 25 lap feature event. Let's see, it goes something like this. Russ Harper in car number 10 starts first. 51's Lonnie Spires. Second row, Gary Lamer in 34 and 07, John Morgan. In row 3, that's Jimmy Romans and Mark Life. Then comes 70, Heavy Hill, 99, Joe DeGregory. George Lindsay starts in car 65 and 31, Jim Hersey. Up next is 24. That's Rob Martin, 77, Don Townsend Jr. Carl Katz is next in 46. Then comes Tom Bond in 52. Car 18, Bo Davis. Car 21 is driven by Danny Brown. 47 is Randy Tharp. 22, Bubba Parsons. Number 9, Don Holland. 29, Mark Freibot. 27, Dave Dysinger. Scott Stevens in 26. 93, Jamie Hunt. Number 6, Bill Wellman. The late model feature. Other supporters were, of course, Subway, Donato's, and finally K95.5 FM. And also Bob Caldwell Dodge donating that beautiful Dodge pace truck. Drafting him down the backstretch. Lonnie Spires out front. For the second spot. Jimmy Romans and Heavy Hill right there in contention. Three laps complete. Now Gary Lamer up to second. Mark Life spins. Complete. Now Gary Lamer up to second. Mark Life spins and we got major trouble down in turn 4. Gary Lamer is second, third, Russ Harper. Fourth is Jimmy Romans, and fifth now, Heavy Hill. Jimmy Roman to the outside of Lamer for the runner-up spot. Leader Jamie Hunt. With 93, he is slow. On the back of the field, Jamie Hunt. Your leader on the backstretch. See Mark Freibot, he is out in car 29. Romans now with a half car length advantage off turn 4. Being disqualified for heavy smoke out of that car. He is off on the backstretch. got Roman still trying to get around Spires. And now Jimmy Romans takes control. Heavy Hill follows him around Lonnie Spires. Hill now second. George Lindsay is up to third. 10 laps are down. The point leader with trouble in car 93. They're working their way around him. Lap cars, or the lap car of Jamie Hunt. Again, 36 Romans. 70 is Heavy Hill second. George Lindsay is third. Car 24, Rob Martin runs fourth. Fifth is Carl Kapp. Halfway through this 25-lapper. Rob Martin with a spin in turn two. Whoa, everybody misses him. Jimmy Roman, your leader down the backstretch. Jamie Hunt getting the black flag too slow on the Speedway. Jimmy Roman gets some heat from Heavy Hill. Jamie Hunt off the track on the backstretch. Your point leader is out. Again, car 36 out front. Heavy Hill in 70 is second. George Lindsay in car 65 is third. Fourth, Carl Kapp, and fifth is Jim Hersey. Heavy Hill looking for a way around Jimmy Romans. They've got the lap car of Joe DeGregory upcoming. Now Dave Dysinger off the pace as well. The leader is left to overtake Dave Dysinger, put him a lap in arrears. Second. George Lindsay third now.
Never mind, it's nothing we got to worry about right now.
And we got a collision over in turn 4. George Lindsay in car 65. Red flag. Red flag. Ken Marchant, please report to the front gate. Jimmy Roman still holds on to that lead. Hurt runs second. Carl Kapp third. Bo Davis fourth. And the 27-car lap car, Tom Bond, is in fifth spot. But Scott Stevens, red flag Tom Bond. White flag this time. He's moving. He's over second. White flag this time. Now Hersey back to the inside of Carl Cass. Hersey back into that runner-up spot. The battle now will be for third. Your winner will be Jimmy Roman. Second goes to Jim Hersey. Third, Carl Cass. Fourth goes to Bo Davis, and in fifth spot, Danny Brown. So a wild street stock affair is over. Again, your feature winners tonight in the Legends cars, it was Mike Stacy. The limited sportsman feature winner, Don Gregory Jr. In the late model division, Robbie Dean, and in street stocks, Jimmy Romans, his first victory of 1996. His first feature victory of 1996. We'll go down to Bob Neubauer with this report. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, he's out of the car and a happy man. Kind of got a little bit of a late start for 1996, but looks like you're back and ready to roll.
We're trying. I want to thank my mom and dad. They just put 4 new tires on between the heat and the feature. It made a difference.
Hey, a happy guy, a good way to end the night. We'll let you get some pictures taken. Jeff, it's been a long one again, but a lot of good racing.
Full program.